What's up, everybody? My name is Old Shorty, and today we're going to play the Beginner's Guide. And the Beginner's Guide was made by the same dude, Davey Reedon, who made the Stanley Parable. Now, the Stanley Parable is an amazing game. Hands down, brilliant game. One of the greatest games that I've ever played in my whole entire life. It was that good. It's insane. And then he made this one right after it. Not right after it, but it took him a little while, and they made this one. And I'm super excited to see what this game is all about. Please make sure audio is on. Audio is on. I can hear some birds chirping. The controls are WASD. And then I click with the left mouse button. Awesome. Awesome. Possum.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing The Beginner's Guide.
You're welcome.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011. We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff. And his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way. And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment. But what I like is that even though he starts from the simple aesthetic of a desert town, he then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person. And it kind of makes you wonder, what was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator. I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. So, it's 2008, Coda starts making these games, and he never releases any of them. He doesn't put them onto the internet, he just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever.
What?
And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda.
Whoa.
So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com.
Should I...
Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game. As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
So, in other words, we're going to learn how to exactly make a video game? Is that what you're telling me? This Coda dude, it sounds like a... Whoa! Woo! I did not expect this. What's going on? What do I do?
This game is called Escape from Whisper, and it's one of the more generic games you'll see from Coda.
What the hell is this? Is that supposed to be like a pipe that's broken or something? Look at that. I can barely hear the gun sounds. Woo, this is dark. Should I be scared? Is anything gonna happen? Should I be afraid?
It kind of looks like this game was abandoned mid-development.
It kind of
For
does.
instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere.
Actually, yeah, that's
but
what
then
I
clearly
thought.
there are no enemies anywhere.
Okay.
You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Actually, like that's what I was trying to do.
But
I was trying to reload
we don't
it.
really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
Ooh. Whoa.
I love how you can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
I see that. I see that.
Apparently the space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Whoa! Okay, sure.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey, you there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. It's so much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
Sure. Abba! I died.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
I walk in, right? Do I walk back in there? Goodbye. Huh? What? Huh? Oh my god.
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch, but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something lodges itself in his brain. He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs. So he stops work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after
beautiful.
leaving this one behind.
Like seriously, this is really beautiful. Wow. November 2008. Okay. What do you got for me now, Mr. Reedon? I can't move forward. Why can I cannot move left? What?
Yep. In this game, you can only walk backwards.
What? Really? Okay. Let's give it a try. I'm backwards man. I'm backwards man. I'm backwards man. Backwards man. I'm backwards man. Ooh, this is weird. This is weird. Okay. Okay.
So it's a short and relatively
What?
minimalist experiment combining motion and narrative. It is less advanced than the previous game, but actually it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. Can I move forward now? This is strange. This is very strange. It's interesting. It is interesting. I will give it that. It is interesting. But I want to move forward now. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it? Wasn't there a door here?
It's a short little thought. It says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
Huh.
Which to me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay,
it's interesting.
next
It
one.
really is. I like that. I like that. I really like that. Never heard of that before, but I like it. Am I gonna get a jump scare? You are now entering. What am I entering? What am I entering? Tell me something. Talk to me.
And that's it.
What?
Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna put my trust in you, man. Mr. Davey, I'm putting my trust in you.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Whoa.
I wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it.
Whoa.
Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
This is
I know it's
strange.
tempting, but there's actually nothing over here. Sorry.
What if I jump off? Can I jump off? I can't do it. Okay, so you're saying that there's nothing. I'm gonna put my trust in you, bro. Davey, like I said, I'm gonna put my trust in you. So I'm gonna do what you say, even though you didn't tell me. I'm gonna go up that staircase. I'm gonna go up this staircase, and I better be fucking surprised. I swear. There better be a surprise up here. I'm going. Okay, I like the sound effects. Now I'm going slower. Why am I going slower?
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
So if I wait. What will happen if I just go incredibly slow? I'm wondering. I wonder what will happen if I just go incredibly slow. Dude, I'm going super slow. Okay, Mr. Davey, you tempted me with the mod, so I will take it. There we go. What's up here? What? Standing on an X, staring at a bear for 3 hours. You must address and rally a group of eager press reporters. A game where you collect items, except the game
warm and nice and filled with little ideas for games.
What? A stranger appears. You run a shop inside your own body, selling your organs strategically to make the most money before you die.
Coda would often tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
You walk around talking people down from pursuing their hopes and dreams. A key in one game unlocks a door in a completely separate game. A normal game... What? I was reading! Those are like really interesting ideas. Ready, set, fish. Okay. I'm ready. Let's fish. Can I fish here? No? Ooh. Okay. Anything gonna happen? I've been playing so many horror games, I'm just expecting a jump scare. I don't know why, I'm just expecting it. But I have a feeling that nothing's gonna happen.
Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Okay. Do I have a flashlight? Because I can't see. Wait a minute. How about that? Yeah? Simone?
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon.
Okay.
We're gonna see it a lot.
A lot, eh? Okay. I'm gonna put my trust in you, like I told you, Mr. Davey. I'm gonna put my trust in you, man. What's up with this room?
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve the puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Ooh, I like that idea. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Whoa. Oh! Okay.
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is the same, is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
This is fucking blowing my mind. We're back here. Okay, so do I go backwards this time? No, I can't go backwards. Okay. Let's just go a little bit. You are now... What do you mean I'm exiting?
So, this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in, some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
March of 2009. Like, the ideas are just so out there. They're so out there that I actually really want to meet this person. Mr. Davy? Okay. What's in this house? And why are you playing...
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do. So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
Okay.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source. Like all engines, Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly. One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
Okay. Ooh, am I gonna die? Fuck! Oh shit! Oh god! Okay. I'm superhuman. That really large fall did nothing to me. So I guess I can go all the way down to here. Ooh, that is cool. That is very, 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 very cool. Very cool. I like that. Okay. Hello? I wasn't expecting nothing to actually happen. What do we have here? Oh, come on. Really, bro? Really? I trusted you, Davey. I put my trust in you. Okay, let's go in here. What is it? Oh. Go up there? But what if I want to look around real quick? I want to look around first. Let me go over there. Fine.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Okay. Whoa.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else. Believe me, I played every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
That's what I was about to ask. Was there? Hundreds of games, huh? Where all you did was just walk around. This dude is a very interesting guy. He's a very interesting person. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Nothing here? Nope, nothing there. Okay.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time.
And kablooey!
There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
Will you? Promise me that you will, because I want to know. I have a feeling it's going to be something mind-blowing. This game is so good right now. I love every minute of it. Now, what do we have here? You there, did you come from above? What was up
Coda
there?
begins using a kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Okay, I'm gonna put, yes, there was an enormous prison I spent hours in. That's the world above. You've been there. Now, this is important. Do you have to get through a puzzle with 2 doors and switches? Yes, I did. No, I don't remember. Okay, yeah, 1. Yes, I did. That was literally the last thing I did just before coming here. Again, perfect. Now, please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. I don't remember how I solved it. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Number 3. Oh, no, but I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It is the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there's nothing I want more. Okay. Can I go up there to you guys? I want to go up there. No, I can't. I can't go up there? Really? Seriously? That was it? Interesting. I like that. I do. What? Hello, how did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? No, I've been right here this entire time. Yes, do you want to know how to solve it? No, we actually find the black space between the doors to be far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember it feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall a space between the doors. 2. I don't wanna sound like a dick. Don't think too hard about it. You'll see it again soon. Okay. Now I keep going.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
The ambiance is just so out there. The ambiance. Okay. Is there like an open door?
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
Really? I would love to know. I would love to know. This is so much more different than the Stanley Parable. It's so much more different. It's like, it's not, the game is kind of, as you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Really? Are you serious? So I can do the same thing or what? Nice room. Not. Can I do the same thing?
So first off, I'm sure you can
How
deduce
do you
this,
beat
but
this game?
game is not connected to the internet.
No point
All
to
of the
this.
notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda. This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him
holy
at
shit.
a weekend game jam in Sacramento,
Can you guys
where I
hear
grew
me?
up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. So right away I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy trying to get his attention. I was over enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
I'm the king of the world.
Oh, feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them. Either way, to me they convey a sense of loneliness. I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
There are so many of them. We run out of space.
But it's ironic, isn't it, that in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him. And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing.
Dude, that's so many.
I could just get to know you through your work. I think this is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too.
This is so strange. I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. Never want to see again if nothing will ever be that beautiful again. I am crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must go now to do that. What? Boring. I can assure you, guarantee that there is an acorn somewhere here in this place and the sailors are looking for it. Well, I don't want to look for it. I don't want to look for it. I'm good. Hey guys, just looking for someone to talk with. You can talk to me. L. Shorty. That rhymed. I refuse to believe. What? Butt ass butt. Okay. I need to go to the freaking bathroom. Well, go! Recognize me, please. I don't know you yet, but I'm hoping to at least see a picture of who you are. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. Who, Davy? You're saying I shouldn't put my trust in him? A free t-shirt. Need other side. Door why you so? Door how open? Open sesame? Makes game includes doors. Cannot open doors. Thanks. Okay, so I can't go that way. But I can go this way, I think. Someday I will meet the person who made this. I help people because of the internal good feeling I get. Dude! What is that painting? That's true. What is that painting? Am I hearing people talk? I can hear a whisper. Oh, you can't? Oh, okay. Ethical. Davey said that nothing would happen. No, I won't come back. Nothing will happen if I go through all of those. So I'm gonna keep going. But I'm curious to know what's up with that painting. Spoilers. It doesn't mean. Fuck you. I was so curious about that painting. I wanted to know, but it doesn't mean anything. That is so messed up. That is so messed up. That's not cool. Yeah, I do believe that. I beat the game. Yay! More room?
At the end of this level, we're going to see the puzzle again. And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea that was on Coda's mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
Really?
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, he might find difficult, Coda can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving on. And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment, a few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
This is so strange. Oh, okay. I thought there was something behind me. How do you leave notes? Whoa! Are you there? Please say something. It can't be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking to you? Speak, 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 speak. May through June of 2009. Porn stars died too.
Okay, this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Okay. Wee. Shut up. I want to check out this room first. Can I do anything in this room? Let me click random things. Let me just start clicking. Click, 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 click. Nothing. Okay. Let's just keep moving. Ooh, I like the design. I like the design. What's up with this picture? Is that New York? Or is that San Francisco? What? Huh?
See, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
The furniture is gone. What furniture ought to go into the center of the room? How about a TV with surround sound, refrigerator, put a giant hole in the ground? That was a weird one, so I'm gonna pick the put a giant hole in the ground. Go for it. What? That's not a giant hole in the ground. Okay, now what about along the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a washing machine. 10 stoves lined up along the wall. I'm gonna pick the strange ones. Okay. So it doesn't really matter. I think we should light up this room a bit. A skylight. Full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking a 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. Well, put live Tesla coils in each corner. I'm gonna continue picking the weird ones, man. They're weird. That's not a Tesla coil. That's not a Tesla coil. And a table. You need a table. Who are you? Where are you exactly doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making any difference. Tables were invented in 1935. I'm gonna put the second one because it's true. Yeah.
There's a bit more to this one, but still it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Yeah, this is very strange. Very strange.
So okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. This guy will enable you to escape any prison environment. Follow instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. What? Good. Go over to the photo frame and click to turn it slightly. I'm gonna assume it's this one. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. The floor lamp. This one. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Okay. Finally touch the shelves. Where's the shelves? Ah, here we go. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Where's the start? Back over there? Okay, sure. This is where I'm supposed to go, right? Correct? Return. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now I need to remember everything in order, correct? Because, what?
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
What?
Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them. Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on? But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral. And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
I can't see my surroundings. I don't really like that much. It's very dark. There's a maze. That's amazing! Ooh, I'm gonna turn into Superman. Hello? Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the future furniture maze.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out and then things will be exactly as same as before. No, I'm really the same person now as I was back then. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Oh, good. That's so nice to hear. That makes me feel really happy. Age just kind of does that, you know? I'm still me, but it's hard to describe. Remember to enjoy who you are right now. It won't last. This is all like very, very like negative. It's like it's a vibe killer, you know? What if you're me, then did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? No, I think I'm the first person to call back. Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. What did they tell you? What do you have to do to get out? All they told me was to be sincere. They asked me how I felt about being in prison. They just talked to me for a while. What? That freed you? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just be sincere. It will make sense. Sincere about what? That's exactly what you need to figure out in order to escape. Yo, man, that was getting scary.
This a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it really would be. It's so strange. I'm starting to relate to this dude. You know, I'm really starting to relate to him in a strange way.
So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Ooh.
To me, this environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the 2 doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Hello. Thank you for... somebody spilled my drink. Woo-wee! Don't scare me like that. Do not scare me like that. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Thought I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands make lousy
You'll notice
homes.
that the quality of the art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Why don't I finish up here in the meantime? You could please clear the table? Okay. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run to the bedroom and make the bed? Okay, where is it? Is it over here? No. Ah, here we go. Ooh. Oh, dude, that's cool. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. Okay, there you go. Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? How'd you end up doing this job? It's been a long time since I've seen my house this messy. I'm gonna pick the first one. Well, I don't enjoy it so much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel a kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul can't be soothed any other way, it seems, which I guess is all that matters. Oh, that and a tidy couch. Would you straighten the pillows on the sofa out there? Sure thing. Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there? Gotcha. Oh, I feel compelled to share an incredible cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. I want it to be the cheesiest. I'm lactose, so I want to just fart like crazy. No. No, it was stupid. Sorry, never mind. What? Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? I got you. Where are they at? There you go. Now tell me. Last I checked, the tub needed cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? Gotcha. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful. No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Are there still books scattered on the floor of the bedroom? If so, would you put them back on the shelf? Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. If so, perfect. Now then, how about you come and clear these dishes off the table?
After the intense set of prison games, this house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Darling, let me tell you something. In your lifetime, you're going to clean a lot of houses, and among all of those, a few of them will stick out as truly wonderful, beautiful experiences, and none of them will be
I know that Coda really
the ones
liked
that were
this
easy.
game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was like grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Just something to think about while you smooth out the rug in the bedroom. Okay. Looks like the tub has gotten rather dirty. Would you mind tidying it up a bit? earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one house is a lot like one soul. You take care of it and I take care of you. Huh? Don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. I get it, that's a weird thing to say to someone you just met. Yeah, you're right, that's pretty cheesy, but there's a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway, so, housekeeping, let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the books? Gotcha, buddy. Gotcha. There you go. Pillows on the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he made this. I'm glad he found some peace.
Wait a minute. I don't like the way that Davy is.
Of course, it can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Wait a minute. I don't like how you're mentioning your friend in a past sense. I really hope nothing happened to this dude.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
September 2009. Items you love
This
at
one
members
gets a
only
bit
prices.
goofy.
Why did you come here today? To learn. Was it to improve your life? No, I want to learn. Was it to get a better? I told you I want to learn! Was it to make your... No. You came here to become perfect. Well, at least learn how to become perfect. Whoa, I moved. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human than... Right now, who do you think about that in your own life? Who do you know who is well developed as a person that they make you feel disgusted with yourself? Compared to whom you feel useless, selfish, ungrateful, I intend to make you into that person. Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
About halfway through the game,
being perfect is
perspective
effortless.
shifts.
Whoa, is that the Eye of Mordor?
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Get me out of here. On the way to work, I told another person to start contributing to society. Well, let me tell you right now, it isn't effortless when I still love you. It's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. If you are torturing yourself, trying to find the right solution for your life, you're not doing it right. Seek out only one thing, which is what is the easiest, simplest path forward. There is no truth, there is no path. Do what is easiest, do what is simplest, feel what is true. Nothing, no one. I'm just picking the ones that are highlighted yellow.
For this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
That was strange.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
Am I in like a... Oh, fuck! Jesus Christ. Alright, the performance is beginning. Places, please. Oh... Am I the star of the show? What's up, everybody? My name is L Shorty. In this scene, you will be playing as me. We are a gathering of professionals. First, you'll start out leaning against the wall. Okay, I'll lean on here. All super cool. Good, stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. Where? If it's your dream to photograph animals professionally, this is your chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Where is the bathroom? What are you doing? You're deflecting. You're not saying what's actually on your mind. Stop dancing around it and have a conversation with this person. Cool. Okay, I got you. Do it again. I got you. I got you. I'm super scared right now. I like you. Here are all of my hopes and dreams. No. That's not what I said to her at all. You're completely missing the tone of the... What the fuck do you want from me? I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. For some reason, it was just that one moment. But I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. I'll give you some props to work with. Oh, these cones that bounce when you touch them will represent the people nearby. Now talk to her again. Ooh. You are bouncing me back. And you make a sound? That's so cool. That's so cool. That is so cool. I like that. I really like that. That is very interesting. Okay, gotcha. Happy. You must have worked really hard to where you get. I'll bet you learned to lean into the... Number one. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. What do you want from me? You'll freak out if the conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Okay, try it. Let me just play on this side. Stepping back from the stage. Whoa. This is so weird. No? Do I just keep going? I just keep... I got locked in. What the hell is that little smudge there? Is that poopy? I hope not. Okay. Oh fuck! Okay, yes, now this is working. This is what I was like.
This eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life. The solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer. But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
This Coda dude, man. This Coda dude. Mobius Strip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I don't know what to do. Am I moving forward? Okay. I can hear it. Am I moving forward now? Somebody want to tell me if I'm moving forward, if I'm going anywhere? I really have my eyes closed. What? What's going on? Help, I'm blind. I can't see anything.
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
What the hell is going on? Please someone talk to me. Please tell me how to solve this. Please don't let this be forever. Be quiet. Whoa, whoa. What? What am I supposed to do? The only way to stop it is to speak something that is honest. Whoa. 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 That is coming towards us. Help, I'm blind. It's really coming really close. Please someone talk to me. It is coming super close. What the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do? Oh shit! That is weird. Okay, what's going on?
Alright, let me explain how you're supposed to do this. On either side of the room are elevators, which go up to an upper level. You have to go up, walk over to the person who's standing there, and then select dialogue option number 2.
I can't keep making these. I might have ideas. It's
Like I said, I was getting concerned. First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time? It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
I don't like where this is going. I really don't. I really don't. Like, I have a feeling. Hello? Whoa. Where did this island come from? Oh, dude. Is that a person? How lovely. Where? Where's the person? It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. The tree? What's wrong? You look lost. I am. I don't know where you're coming from. What? I have nothing left to give to my work. Oh no. What happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going and it stopped. I'm trying to find this engine that used to protect me. Wait, you're looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. You have to take me to it. Okay, let's go.
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this. Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
Oh, yeah. You have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you have to close the first door. Now you have to open the first door. Now you press the switch on the inside. What's next? Just press the switch here.
You can't talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
You have to say that the game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is easy. Alright, making games is effortless. Wait. Oh. Okay. But it wasn't true. Don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. When I make games, I feel completely energized. You had to open the door. Yes, there was a flowing color.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it,
every time I make something,
really
I feel better about
unhealthy
myself.
to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about, and I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop. But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
This is like fucking me up like so bad. Because like I understand what Coda was going through. I do, because I suffer also from depression and anxiety. And I understand because sometimes like I really want to make videos and I enjoy it, but my anxiety just and my depression just keeps me away from it, and I don't know, it's difficult to explain. Glad to see you arrived. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be brutal. Open the door. Very good. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing that you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. What? Oh boy. Calm down. Calm down. Okay, this is weird. It's strange. It's strange. Oh, you're the machine that I've been looking for, huh?
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your working was keeping us alive. Your working was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. How can we possibly go back to trusting you to do this job? So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to the people that you allowed them to suffer. I've been so alone. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing? Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I have seen the thing you fear. Alright, then I will apologize to the people on your behalf. Let's go apologize. Please! Let me speak first. Okay, you guys are. Holy shit. My followers? I'm gonna put my friends. I don't even think it matters. It falls on me to deliver bad news. I have a troubling revelation. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. We put the first one. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us pay its retribution. Let it show that we are not failures. Follow me. We will. What? Follow me. We'll destroy the machine that the machine had created. The second one. We're back on the stage. We're back on the stage. Fuck. What? Coda will I'll make sure you work dice here. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. What the fuck? Holy shit! Isn't that what you were scared of? Expose the views of others?
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realized that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Dude! This is so...
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
This is a cutscene, okay. It's strange. I've been playing this for over an hour and I wasn't expecting a cutscene. And put down your weapon. Whoa. Am I gonna shoot?
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
Wait a minute. I swear to God, dude. I swear. I don't like the way that you speak. What's gonna happen here?
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
I mean, it's...
This room actually has a maze in it.
What?
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
I remember this bridge, by the way. I remember this flooring, actually. That's what I meant to say. I remember the floors.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
I don't know.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Okay, thank you. Ah, come on. Okay. Really? Thank you. Oh, you're stretching out. Okay. I was like, what? That sound is very familiar.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Thank you.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember, it's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew, it wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't. I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left, and it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up? I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
I have nothing to say. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. I legitimately have...
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
You've so infected my personal space that it's
And
possible I did begin
the
to
people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
What? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts to them? I thought you said he put that. Would you?
And then you
simply let them
stopped.
be what
And I
they
didn't
are?
have anything left to show people. I just had to be with
When
myself.
I am around you, I feel physically
And as soon
numb.
as that happened,
You
there was
desperately need
no
something,
feeling at all.
and I cannot give it to you.
Nothing.
I literally do not
Less
have it.
than nothing. What does that mean?
Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet. What is fine, you're not my problem to solve. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you are wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. The fuck was that?
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
What the fuck is going on? What's going on? What happened? Epilogue. Okay. You used me to try to find your friend. Bet this game is actually a few years old, so I imagine he did. I imagine he ended up finding him. And that dude probably...
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease.
I imagine he found him by now. I do. I think this game came out in like 2012.
Solution.
The fuck?
I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Okay, dude, I'm just gonna let you know that you're wrong. In a way, because like I have like severe anxiety and
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
I am starting to dislike you myself. I mean, the only reason why I still like you is because you made the Stanley Parable. You made the Stanley Parable, and that is amazing. Okay, so that's the only reason why I'm still kind of, still kind of iffy. I'm still kind of iffy. Okay, I am. The fuck is this? What do we have here?
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Okay.
What now?
You tell me, bro. I'm just playing your video game. A video game that I thought was going to be somewhat like the Stanley Parable, but...
I think I need to go.
What?
And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna...
No.
Okay.
No. Dude, no. You're not leaving. You're not leaving. I trusted you. I put my trust in you, remember? I said that a few times. You cannot leave. You cannot leave, dude. Where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? You need to explain stuff to me, man. Davey. Where'd you go? No. You're not gonna fucking leave me because you pushed one of your friends away. By assuming and just throwing shit in his face that he was depressed. No, fuck that. No. Come back. Come back, Mr. Davey. Come back. Davey. Come back, you fucker. I swear, dude. I want somebody talking to me. I'm back. I'm back! Dude! Is this like the end? If this is like the end, man, just talk to me, bro. Oh, you son of a bitch. And the way he does it, too. The way he leaves. Oh, I got stuff to do. You're not my boyfriend. Okay, and let's say you were. You're going to stay with me, man. You're going to stay with me and talk to me. You're not leaving. Fucker. Okay. The fuck was that? Hey, you're that thing. Wait a minute. Am I going to die here and the game will end? I'm gonna be pretty pissed off. I'm gonna be mad. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I remember what's gonna happen. Wait. Dude. What you do? Did it freeze? Is it over? No. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. That is legitimately beautiful. Wow. That is so, my God. Could you imagine being stuck there? That, oh, dude, I would probably end up shooting myself or something if I ended up being stuck in a maze like that. 4R. This project would not have been possible without the following individuals.
Let me keep going, but the cave goes for miles.
Alright, that was the beginner's guide. It was good. I did like it, but I don't like how this dude used me. But it's okay because, like I said, this game is a couple of years old, so I'm pretty sure he found him. If he didn't, then that's good because this guy was kind of a dick. You know, to assume all this, but that he was depressed and had anxiety. But it's understandable. It is understandable. The reason why I say it is understandable is because I suffer from anxiety and depression. And there are moments where I don't want to tell people that. I don't want people to worry, or I just feel like they're not going to worry. I do suffer from that. I really do. But let me try to explain it in a way that I can try to explain. One thing I really want to do is make videos for YouTube, and I don't want to be the next PewDiePie. I don't want to be the next Markiplier. I don't want to be the next Jacksepticeye. I don't. You know, I just want to make videos to try to make people laugh. I want to make people laugh because I know that people go through tough times. People go through tough times, and the way that I see it is, you know, if you watch one of my videos, I can make you laugh to the point where you might forget, you know, your troubles, or just make you smile just for that moment. I like to do that. That's why I want to do it. But there's moments where my depression and my anxiety are just, you know, high up there, and I just don't want to make a video. Even though in reality I really do. It's very difficult to explain, and I'm not going to go into the whole trying to explain every single aspect because I just don't want to. I just don't. But other than that, this game was really, really good. My name is Old Short, and I want to thank y'all for watching this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.